Alrighty. Hello, everyone.
Hi.
Hello.
Happy Friday night. Happy Saturday morning. Happy 2 a.m. to people who are not watching.
Yep.
Fair enough. That's okay. That's
dare
how I
you
feel
not
most of the time.
At 2 a.m.
No. I didn't even stay up till 2 a.m. to read this.
I did. That was
Although
the issue. That's why I stayed home to work from home today.
I followed
we did
directions.
We did warn you.
I did follow directions. It's just that it took me longer than expected yesterday to finish the books. I had other things to do.
That's okay.
Rude.
I left myself with an hour today, and I was like, I will finish it today. And then did I listen to the epilogue repeatedly? Maybe.
It's a lot. It's a lot.
Mm-hmm.
It's so much.
So if you've been to any of our live shows, you'll be very familiar with all of these people. Heather and I have read it multiple times.
Mm-hmm.
Izzy and Megan read it for the first time this week.
We both finished it at the
and we
exact
did
same
get- we
time
did
today.
And we did
Within
give them
an hour
advice,
of each other minimum.
Yep.
And I ignored the group chat conversation this morning because I had things to do.
How dare.
But I did read it all.
You know, I'm just so disappointed. No, I'm picking. You read it you both read it like 3 times, so we didn't have to.
Oh yeah,
I feel like
I sent
so
just Heather
if you're
just like
adult-
WTF messages, just like back
I'm sorry.
to back.
No, go ahead, Steph. Sorry.
I was just going to say, before we get too far into it, because we will just devolve into random side quests here, we are talking about This Kingdom Will Not Kill Me by Ilona Andrews.
Yes, we are.
So yes, continue.
Yep.
Continue.
Yeah.
Well, as I suppose, first reactions from the two of you, because Heather and I have been yapping nonstop about this book online for ages.
OMG. I was really scared I wasn't going to like it because I'm not really, I did not jump into the romantasy train. And isekai is not one of my favorite genres. So I was just like, oh, I'm not going to like this. And Heather was like, just trust me. And finally I started it. And I was like, oh my God.
Okay, but I trusted them with it because they also did Portal well with The Inheritance.
Yep.
That's true. Oh my God, they did that so well. I want the next book on that one to come out too.
I do too. I would love for that to be one of their random side quests in the meantime while working on Maggie. I would
That'd
really
be great.
like that. Oh man, I am so thrilled because I don't know if y'all remember, I read the arc for the first time back in I don't know, November, I think is when I actually ended up reading it, and I have been dying.
Oh, I bet. I feel like terrible that it took me this long to get to it, but I'm glad I waited at the same time because I think I would have been pissed.
Oh, same.
If I'd read it sooner, kind of.
Yeah.
But I also
I
don't know the last time I read a book and went, do I just immediately start rereading this?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't do that.
It because it's such a good reread experience, it takes some of the sting out of finishing it and being like, all right, great. I've read the best book of the year. Still got a lot of months to go. Why am I stuck here?
Yeah.
I'm sure we will talk about this cliffhanger thing later on.
Yes. This is why I re-listened to the epilogue repeatedly. I was like, is this where we're at?
I don't know.
I can't believe they did that to us.
I know. This is true, though. I've never been let down by Ilona.
I can fully
either.
believe they did that to us, but I can't believe they did that to us.
I'm curious what they're gonna do with it. Very curious what they're gonna do with it, because that is something I feel like that cliffhanger is not really something they've done in their other series. We haven't ever ended a book quite like that.
On an actual cliffhanger.
And or the specific type that it is too. I feel like if there's something with that type of thing, it's always wrapped up inside the book. It's not how we're going into a brand new book. And I'm very curious how we're going to finagle that situation, how much of the book we're going to be, kind of separated, or what we're doing with that, or what's happening. Especially because she doesn't hate him. He's not the ultimate bad, but he also kind of is. So very curious.
It ended like a T.A. White book, which was not not great for me.
Yeah.
Yes.
Which is a good thing in terms of when we talked about them being very comparative author styles of writing. like the fact that Ilona Andrews can do that cliffhanger and hook you like the TOY books did. I think that's pretty good. But yes, it is a bit of a villain move on their part. But I think also in keeping with the story, because you couldn't wrap this story up in one book. Like there's actually not a point where, like, if you had just left it at them winning without that epilogue, I don't think the book would have been as satisfying in terms of I'm willing to go into the next book. Not because we wouldn't read Ilona Andrews, but because the momentum isn't there.
Yeah, no, that's true. You kind of would be left wondering what's next.
I saw someone, I don't know this person, someone on my Goodreads liked the review. They stopped before the epilogue because they don't like cliffhangers, and they gave the book 4 stars and said the ending was abrupt. And I was like, okay, but you didn't read the ending.
But you didn't read the ending. I didn't like this ending. It just feels so unfinished. Still has 20% of the book left.
I guess they knew it ended on cliffhanger and they were trying to avoid it. And I'm like, okay, but
you can't complain about the ending if you didn't read the ending.
You know you didn't finish the book, right?
I do think this is an interesting entry point for some of the new people to Ilona Andrews too, probably. I think like really, really good or really jarring.
This is very not like, some of it is the love interest thing, the found family, all that stuff. Very like Ilona Andrews. But like fantasy, isekai, not really like them. Like the isekai, like usually they do a lot of more urban fantasy where it's like our world but different, and this one is like, no, it's like kind of high fantasy, very, I think I said Game of Thrones-esque fantasy.
I had the same energy. Like the original series to me was very like, seems very Games of Thrones-y, like that kind of more grimdark fantasy. And
also the Game of Thrones is also not finished. So that's why I was like, oh, they're like kind of venting about the fact that a lot of epic fantasies are not finished and might never be finished.
I think like it's interesting because I think people would be tempted to say, because there is a romantic element in it, people will still probably slap the fantasy romance label on it, whereas it's fantasy with a romance. It's not a but that said, anyone who reads romantasy should read this to understand how you do it properly. It's just all I'm going to say, in that you build it slowly.
There's really no romance in this, like romantic scenes. There's really none. No. Like, a lot of
that's why it has me gnawing at my arm to get a book with a hero that is equally as engaged. And I was like, nothing will satisfy.
I'm like, oh my god, he gave me butterflies. It's so like it gives you that like romance that you want from like romance books. But there's like 2 kissing scenes, maybe. And
but there's a lot of hands off my woman energy.
There is. There is.
Fun.
They do that stuff so well.
And I do love too when we have a hot guy who's also doing hands off energy, but in a completely platonic way. I love that we
I was just like, oh my god, is this gonna be like freaking dating sim where all the guys like her? And then when he was just like, be my cousin, I'm like, yes, cousins, I love it.
And
so
it
much.
like fits his personality, the way that he thinks so well. It's like his solutions to problems so well, and I can't wait to see what we do with that.
So we're
no, go away. Do not watch the live.
You have to come back to the live at 40%. You cannot be here.
No.
One not read the book.
Just telling Steph, hold on, Megan. Hold on. I was just telling Steph before Megan isn't got on. I was like, thank God they finished the book, because if they tried to get on the live and like hadn't gotten to read this full book themselves, like we'd have to kick them off because you're ruining the experience. Don't do it. Don't do it. No. I love you so much, but go away.
Seriously, like, do not. If you are not past the 50% mark of this book,
we're gonna ruin literally everything for you. But message me.
But come watch it back later, or message us.
We love you.
Make a group chat. Make a group chat on Instagram.
We'll come back. Put it in the comments. We'll come back.
Soon as you get the big reveals, start messaging.
Listen.
Let that forewarn any of you who are here and didn't speak up. If you did not finish the book.
And because there's no way to fully discuss this book without spoiling this book.
We love you so much.
Of the live is to do spoilers. And I think there's plenty of books where like you can watch the live and it's fine. Like you're gonna have just as good of an experience with the book.
I will set an alarm for myself to come back to this chat tomorrow.
Yeah.
So anyone who's almost done, leave, put whatever you want in the comments. I'll comment back to you.
So many reveals, including all the way up into the epilogue, that are so fun to experience yourself. Like I really just think you guys will love the book so much more if you don't listen to us first.
Because
I will spoil everything.
With all of that, the first 45% of the book gets flipped on its head after the 45% mark, which is why you cannot be spoiled.
That's so good too.
Yeah, she literally Heather literally told our group, stop at 45 if it's too late at night.
Do not start chapter 23 if you don't have 3 hours of reading before bedtime. Don't start chapter 23 if you're trying to go to sleep.
I
went 2 minutes into chapter 23 because you hadn't said yet that was the starting point. You just said about 45%. And I was picking up Chipotle in my car and I was like, I'm almost home. I'm at between 45 and 50. I'm sure it'll be fine. I'm 5 minutes away. And then I started listening to it and went, oh, I think this is the part. Pause, put at start of chapter, switch to podcast.
Yeah. Because it just snowballs so quickly from there. Obviously, you have the big reveal, which, final warning, leave now.
Unless you're a weirdo who really just wants.
You guys.
Yeah. See. In terms of anything that is released beforehand, I don't read. I cannot read serial releases. I cannot read previews of things. I wish I could, and I love no matter how much I love an author, I'm like I want to read the whole thing because if I start reading, I will get.
I also wait till I have access to the whole thing because otherwise I feel really frustrated.
And then I will restart the first one. And then go straight into the second one.
If I've not already reread the first one repeatedly by the time. Well, I'll also probably reread book one.
Dude, the fact that I was listening to it at work for the most part and then driving home until 45%. And then the next day I had I was traveling all around town because I had a doctor's appointment. I had to go pick up stuff and blah, blah, blah. So it's all in my car. I now have just I was listening to it on a rainy street, picking up my lunch at this part. So I have the whole butcher scene is me waiting for my lunch in
God.
The little Asian cafe. Just being
it's fantastic though.
The butcher scene is the one scene that I'm kind of oh, guys, you'll be okay after that. But
yeah, I don't get squeamish a lot, and I was very, very uncomfortable.
The butcher scene was definitely a
throwback and I knew about it. Heather warned me.
It was definitely a throwback to The Edge, where it's oh yeah, no, they've written this type of thing before.
Yeah, it wasn't a shock that they wrote it, but it was but in terms of everything else that we'd had so far in the story, even knowing exactly what he was like, it was
they did a really good job of inferring and letting you know without it being okay, we're going to do 3 chapters of just detailed torture and we gruesomely drag this out, and also no one's coming in time, so we're just gonna keep going. Glad that they didn't do that, and obviously they wouldn't because they're just the types of authors that I don't know. I feel like I never wonder what line they're going to cross because I kind of know what lines they won't be crossing. But still, it was difficult.
Yeah. So when we were talking about characters before, I was showing Heather this before, but I was making notes because I needed all of the character names. I needed all the list of who they actually were. And then every character I was reassigning to their Ilona Andrews canon name as well, or combination of characters.
Okay. I would like this list, please and thank you.
Yeah, I
I will send it to you, but
I got confused.
I know Heather mentioned
the main bad guy and the now cousin have very similar names.
Oh my god, it was driving me nuts.
And I was so confused for so long.
Yeah. Well, it also doesn't help that for over half the book, you don't know who that is. It's just
the dude with the sexy voice.
And you're trying to figure out who that can be. And then obviously, as we know, again, people, spoilers, we're going to know different characters by different identities and different names. And that happens more than once. And it's a lot to keep track of. And this was something that I mentioned in my review of my first reread, that the first time I read the book, the beginning, I was like, I don't know who we're talking about. I don't know what we're doing. This is like so info dumpy. And like, honestly, if I didn't have faith in the authors, I might be struggling to like continue. I was also in a reading slump, so there was that. But then on the second time around, it was like, oh, like we almost have to muddy the waters because we don't want to hand you everything that we're going to give you later. But we want you to know this is important and this and this and this, but we're giving you so much so rapidly that it's hard for you to just be like, and I appreciate this because I don't like figuring everything out way before my character does. You know, you aren't like, well, obviously that's the long lost son of whatever, you know.
Well, and I think like that first part of the book, Maggie comes into the world believing that she knows everything that's happening because she knows the story so well, which is like, that's every reader. Like if you are passionate about a book, you know the details of that. But what she doesn't know is probably what her arriving in the world set in motion, which, spoiler alert, is the biggest reveal that we get. Is that the character that she cared the most about was actually not in the story anymore.
She essentially replaced him in the story.
She replaced him, and she goes through the book believing these things about these characters, and then having to realize that she's meeting characters that she's never met because this world is a fully fleshed out world. So that's where we get Clover.
She realized that too. That she was like, "This is not just a storybook." Because
I also like that she is like, "Is this just like how is this just a book?" Like she's. I'm still having issues being like, so does this guy just like see into this world and just like took the story, or did it?
Because
Infinite Universe style?
My theory is the author is from the world.
That's a good one.
And because the other one was, I think I can't remember if I told you this one, Heather. Is my question is, can these characters move in and out of the world?
I was wondering if they were going to pull an Outlander at some point.
Because like Gallienne as a character in the book, she's set up to almost be very contemporary. Like she would fit in the world. And there was just something about it. I'm like, do characters come in and out of the world? And that's how the world is built. And if the author is somehow in the world, that would explain why the story never finished. So that was my theory. And I don't mind being wrong, but I'm like, it's interesting that this is such a fully fleshed out world that it exists, and yet the story was never finished.
Do we know if this is going to be like a Kate Daniels style series, or is it only going to be a couple, like 2 to 3 books? It's a trilogy?
I'm pretty sure it was confirmed as a trilogy.
Are they going to write 2 books and then never write the third one and have the cycle repeat?
No, because they're on contract.
Okay, because I was like, is art going to imitate life?
For 3.
Okay, good.
No. Yeah, S names were killer. Like it truly, I think that's part of why I want to reread it. I'm going to tandem reread it, I think. I knew for the live,
the tandem reread was good.
Like I said, I'm going to be marking that up when I have my 10-hour days at work with nothing to do.
Also, it's really helpful that they have the character art on Instagram. That honestly really helped me the second time.
I kept going back to the character art.
I didn't realize
the audio.
I'll go look.
You haven't seen the character art, Megan?
I never seen the character art. I didn't realize that there was character art of the innkeeper stuff until y'all showed it to me.
Oh,
did I buy the prints? Did I buy some of the prints this morning?
Did you? Anyway. I looked at them and I was like,
oh my god, I might. Depending on how much I like them, I might.
I love Louisa's character cards, but they're so expensive. But I got the other set, and they're doing vellum inserts for the hardcover. And I love the vellum. They don't know whether they're going to do it. They're going to sell them as a set or in a box set of something or whatever. But I'm like, I will get the vellum later to put in this book because the artwork is amazing. But the biggest clue should have been the fact that there was no art of Reynald. I didn't pick up on it.
I'm like,
it pissed me off because I looked at all the artwork.
You can't do that. You have to give us some sort of, and I feel like you could do it, especially maybe if you did a because they had more than one artist doing character art. Maybe if you had another artist do their version of Reynald, you know. But that was one of the things, especially on the reread, that was so interesting. The way that Maggie, seeing what she expected to see, kind of led her astray. And as someone who does not visualize characters very well either, like I for sure could be in my favorite book and not have a clue who I'm talking to. No question. But like she sees Reynald. He's there with the sword at the right place at the right time, doing the right thing, all the things, right? And she says you couldn't see his eyes, but they were probably gray because that his family had like gray eyes. And then she sits down, finally makes eye contact or whatever, and she's like, they're more of a green gray, right?
And then they just keep getting more and more green,
right? But this is why the world just being slightly different to everything that she experiences is enough to force her to overlook things that she probably shouldn't have. She may not have overlooked in another context because the entire time she's sitting there going, he is not the right age.
And she's so bothered by
this young.
And it's bugging her so much the entire and then also the moments where he switches from Reynald to being
the demon from the basement.
We're in spoilers. The demon in the basement.
Yeah.
And he does it often enough that she constantly picks up on the second that it happens. Like she's never not noticed when it does. But she's so invested in this one character, in believing that he's this one person. And he is so good in that role. And the throwaway line that he has when she says, I preferred you when you were Reynald. And he says, me too.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
And he talks about this is who I could have been if I wasn't born the Duke, if I wasn't born to the role that I'm in. But also, I think it's interesting too because you can, like, it's so easy to justify it to herself, and it would be, and like it's understandable. You don't feel like your character is being dumb. You don't feel like she's not picking up on things that she should obviously be picking up on, because one, she is picking up on it, and then two, like all of us, we've never been surrounded by knights, by people who are sword men, like the best in the kingdom, and that's literally their entire life is that skill. Like that's just not our society. We've literally never been around it. So seeing someone who is a kind person and quiet and like, you know, good with people, and then he switches modes when he's killing people, that seems believable. No.
Yeah. Well, I think the most interesting thing, one of the most interesting things, particularly on reread, I noticed it the first time I read it, but on reread, the number of conversations around how being a knight, being a soldier, being in a military force, whatever, how that changes you, even in the smallest, most minute way. Yeah. Her experience with her own dad and the way that she talks about it, because it's the way that all of the characters connect with her, is the way that she talks about them and understands that who people perceive them to be might be different to how they're actually feeling on the inside. It happens with the Duke. It happens with
Arvel.
I think
it's Arvel.
I'm mixing up all of my names. Arvel.
I know. It's easy to do.
Yeah. Arvel. But like all of those characters, the way that she gets them on side is her empathy for anyone who has lived through something deeply traumatic, which is probably not what they see. And the other interesting thing is that even though a lot of these characters are well-known people in their world, a lot of people don't actually know who they are because, I mean, granted, granted, Ramond is walking around town usually wearing a mask.
A lot of them are.
People,
like all the
who are
guards are basically.
Yeah. But even people who are relatively close to them don't necessarily know who their true identity because they don't have television, they don't have social media, they don't have these things. So it's just their reputation that precedes them.
Straight up, I don't picture really faces. Like I literally cannot see faces, even if they're described to me. So I would just be like, oh, there's a tall person. Oh, there's a short person.
Like, to the point of, finding Kate Daniels in the Kate Daniels world. How are you finding her? You're finding a woman with a braid, with a sword, that's running around rescuing people in jeans. So you see someone else with a braid and a sword and a leather jacket and jeans, and you're probably good. And then she says, "I'm Kate Daniels." You're probably going to believe her. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
But he was lying.
Yeah.
I do. All of them lied. All of them.
Crazy.
I do love the scene when Arvel, when she first met him, and she's like, "I'm looking for a knight in armor, 6'5", blue eyes." I cackled. I was like, "This."
I giggled so hard at that as well
because this is such a meme, but it's so funny.
Like, people are gonna hate this. I'm gonna hear it all.
I was tickled.
I was like, "This will not age well. This will age this book, but this is so funny."
But it's also one of those things that it only ages it if you are aware of it. Like, right, you have to have been the one who knew it in the first place in order to even catch it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like not that big of a deal to me. It's not like, okay, someone 30 years from now is not going to be able to follow the story because you assumed they knew all about this,
I feel like they integrated like memey things really well, because some of them I'm like, oh, if you know, you know, but it's not like
it
wasn't like waiting for the reference to hit. It was just kind of like, oh, passing thought of just like, this is definitely a girl from 2025 2026.
Well, the thing is, like, yes it's a meme, but that's also a stereotypical book trope as well.
That is my point on him giving better Tamlin energy.
That's true.
I completely disagree. You're so wrong. Kick her.
He does give non-problematic Tamlin energy.
No, he doesn't. You guys are losers.
Just a little bit. Just a little bit. No. You have like the dark, broody one versus like the light, charismatic one.
No,
like, yes.
You morons.
Sorry.
No.
Don't call me a moron.
Mad Rogan / post Nexus Sean is Ramond, and Extreme Ireland is the other one.
It is Extreme Ireland. I did think, I was like, oh, this is very much a vampire from
it was like, I'm bringing her here and I'm gonna just harass her. I was like, oh no, not another Tamlin.
It's also like the edge too, because the love interest of the first book, he has long blonde hair and he's like a fairy knight type of guy.
Yeah.
And then the second book you have the werewolf. Can I remember the names? No, not important.
Yep.
They really love the broody guy.
Thank God. Who needs a blonde man? That's terrifying.
They know who the main character is.
Yeah. No, because I thought like the Reynald character that Ramon played was, or Everard played, was Curran. Essentially,
yes.
When he flipped, it's a cross between I think it's a more reined in Mad Rogan.
My brain went, by sorry, my brain went, it's Curran and then the Vampire Knight, so I understand.
Yeah, I see them for sure.
Because Maggie's an interesting one, because to me she reads like a cross between Dina and Catalina. Because she's very level-headed and she thinks things through and she plans. She's not reactive, and she's not a fighter.
Yeah. She's not.
Interestingly enough, Solentine was the only character that I really couldn't map to anyone else, because I think he's an interesting outlier because they haven't really got a character who is not attached
Which one is
to another character.
I think usually they're younger. You know, it's almost like Derek or such, if he never kind of went dark, basically. Like, I don't know. It's interesting. I have a very fun time, honestly, kind of with the ghosts of their other characters echoing through these ones. Yeah. I enjoy it.
I think if you are a fan of Ilona Andrews' books, if you have read all of their content, you can pick up on everything that has come before in their writing in this book in a really clever way. Because it has elements of all of it, because we know they're really good with world building. We know they're really good with building mythology into a world.
Right.
This time they had to create their own mythology, but they're so good at weaving those things together. And then we know they're good at archetype characters. So it doesn't matter who they write. They're going to have something that echoes something previously, but they're their own unique characters.
I feel like Reynolds reminded me of Curran a lot too, because of his relationship with the younger people he was mentoring. I feel like that's something that we've seen most from Curran with the other love interests and stuff. And I think that was kind of the strongest echoes for me.
Is Solentine the Damar guy?
Yeah, he's the cousin.
Yeah. He reminded me of how I wanted what's his name? Solomon, the shapeshifter from Kate Daniels.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
He reminded me of how I wanted him and Kate's relationship to be, basically.
I agree completely.
He gave me like that vibe if he had a conscience, basically. The guy from Kate Daniels who's Simon, thank you. Yeah. He reminds me, it's like if Simon had a conscience, that's who he gave me the vibes of.
See, my other theory is Mateo is going to be the new Derek in the next
I could
book.
see that. Oh, I thought Caden was going to be...
I thought
Hold on. Guys, I have a theory, and I don't know whether I should say it or not, because I only thought of it after I
Say it.
Okay, go for it.
Right before, in the epilogue, right before Silvertine, or whatever his name is, comes down and makes his presence known. Who is she talking to? She's talking to the guys, lost the word.
Mateo.
What's it called when they're underneath someone who's teaching them?
Initiate?
Apprentice.
Yeah, I think apprentice is what I was looking for. She's talking to the apprentice of the Redeemer Knight Order, who has been able to see things, and it's been helpful the whole time. But what if he's a double agent? You know who I'm talking about.
Yes.
What if?
Possible. Or the other option is that he knew that it was going to happen, but he knew that it had to happen because of something else.
Right. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but the thing is too, I still don't know what they're gonna do with that character. Like, what are we doing in book 2? What is the end game with this guy that we're currently opposed to? I don't know, and
I believe our Sleepless Duke is gonna go save her.
Yeah, I think that the Sleepless Duke is gonna team up with the Defender.
I wonder if maybe he can track her through the hair comb.
Oh, that'd be interesting. Well, I mean, they have the bird anyway. The bird tracked her in the butcher scene.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but
he was pretty insistent about the hair.
Oh yeah, I think the female mage. I love the female mage who was just like, she was just like, my debt is repaid. We're done. And so Maggie's like, well, we're never gonna see her again. Like, even if she survives and wins, and then she just poofs back and she's like, I'm taking a nap. Peace out. Just like nothing happened.
I'm excited to see more of her. That was so fun.
Yeah. Well, the Mordok has had her blood before.
Yeah.
The Mordok bit her like 3 times in an hour.
Yeah.
Last time.
I want Sushi to somehow be involved. Like Sushi snuck into her petticoats or something. I don't know.
I think somebody
just Susie's love language of fish.
I love
we have
sushi
so much to talk about between the chat and us, and we're all raising great points, and there's so much more to talk about. I don't know how we could possibly do it.
We're gonna be here for 4
somebody
hours.
in the chat said about wondering about Maggie's magic, and I think that that's super interesting because it's almost like she's like brim full of magic, right? Everything that's attracted to magic has been drawn to her. She's having enough magic that she's surviving things she shouldn't survive, like saying the whole magic language.
Oh, it was
thing. Obviously,
what do you think Maggie's magic is? She's Ob's a super fan, but she also has linguistic skills and reincarnation.
It's almost like she has been thrust into the story with everything she needs in order to be able to change it, right? Like that is the purpose also, of her magic.
And it's not just that, because not only is she a super fan, but she's remembering everything in exact detail. And she also made a comment about the fact that she was able to, like, mathematically, she was doing more things than she thought she was ever capable of doing as well. So she's been given everything that she needs.
Yeah.
She's also able to spellcast.
Yeah.
Poorly, but she's able to spellcast.
She has the raw magical power too.
Yeah. I think getting transported into the world gives you that raw magical power.
Right.
You have to.
Butterflies, sushi, the bird that's on the cover that Everard rode, they're all magical ethers almost. And they all have been significantly interested in Maggie.
I mean, I think it would be more like from a plot perspective, I'm happy for Maggie to keep her magic, but I think it would almost be more interesting for her the longer she's in the world, that magic actually wanes, because as she no longer needs the magic, because the story is changing more away, deviating away from what she already knew. I don't want her to die, but I want her. I think it would be interesting, because her magic is actually not the most interesting part about her as a character in that world. No. It just happens to help. It just happens to help her at opportune moments. And if it continued to grow, I think it would possibly. I don't want it to veer into the she can do everything category, which I don't think they would do. But
I don't think that her magic is going to grow, and I don't think that her magic is going to wane. She has mentioned that what she knows is what she knows, and her value is going to diminish over time.
Oh, yeah.
Things go away from what she knew. She's not going to get more.
Well, and she's been solving problems even without like knowing the things. Like Galleon's issue of there, she was like, hey, the shipments, she didn't know. She was just like, okay, well, deductive reasoning, because I remember the profiles of these characters.
But she knew some things that gave her the puzzle pieces. Not every piece, but enough of the pieces. That's not going to be true in every situation, which obviously she's a perfectly smart, capable person and can go through life the way we all are, which is not knowing what is coming or what other people are thinking or any of those things. But
I also love that even though she can't die, no one actually wants her to try. Like they're like, no. Like this takes a toll on you. We don't want you to die.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I was going to say something and I mentally forgotten what it was. It'll come back to me.
It will. I also agree with the statement about like something's just happening because she's being a good person. Is nice to see versus like someone getting like dropped, you know what I mean, like into a world and just like doesn't matter what they do.
Yeah. And she remembers the pain too. Like her body heals, but not her mind.
Yes.
I definitely think that her speech being what intrigues Arvel makes a lot more sense than just she's beautiful and mysterious. Have to have her. I mean,
I'm glad they didn't dwell on it.
Sad.
Yeah, it didn't. It was sad, but it didn't surprise me that was what the backstory was.
Yeah.
Given the nature of the world, and the fact that she'd been like something happened,
right?
And to remove her from her station,
right, indicates something went bad.
Yeah,
I like Clover,
but like
me too.
I have questions about her because I think she's one of the most capable. I mean, this story is full of competent characters, but I think she's incredibly capable.
I love whenever she makes a deal and then she gets really excited about the fact that it worked.
I love the moment when Maggie was like, oh, I need to make you feel useful and do the thing you were trained to do.
Yeah.
Because like she's like, she can't, like, and I understand I would also struggle to be like, yeah, you can do all these things for me. Because I'd be like, why? I can do it myself. And then she's like, oh wait, no, you need that. Okay, I can do that.
And I did laugh at the scene where you have to stop cleaning the bathrooms.
Right.
Stop scrubbing the toilets.
Stop scrubbing the toilets.
And it's like, in our society, it would be so rude for you to just like randomly decide someone else is going to take over that job.
Yeah.
And then, in their society, it's like,
she gave away that she wasn't.
I didn't think I'd be able to handle.
She gave away she wasn't noble because she thanked people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and she didn't claim to be a noble with Clover and Hayden and.
But they like scold her because they're just like, you can't thank people. And I was like, that'd be hard for me too. I'm so used to just being like, oh, hey, thanks.
And this is one of the things that I think is a difficult line for people. Fern and I were talking about this because we just reread This Kingdom Will Not Kill Me together, and we're rereading Long Live Evil together, which is another character or person falls into their favorite fantasy book, right? Because you, as the author, kind of have a little bit of the line of you're taking someone from our society, from the modern times, and putting them in this fantasy book, and how much does their normal speech patterns, what they're used to saying, what they say without thinking about it, subconsciously, all the things that you just do, and you don't know this because it fits into your everyday life. How jarring is that in the new fantasy setting? And it's not as easy as just, I need to talk like a medieval peasant. Like in reality, almost everything, your mannerisms and your phrases and your references, those are all things you don't think about.
Well, that happened a couple times. Like when she said, oh, good, we're on the same page. And he was like, I've never heard that, but that's clever.
That. Yep.
And it happened one more time, too. She had said a phrase that they were like, I have no idea what you're talking about, but I can't remember what it was.
There was like a fairy, I think. There's like not a translation for fairy or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but there's like another full phrase that she had said that they were just...
No, she's the mage. She said it to the female mage who's went, I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah. But
yes, it was train. That's the one that I was thinking of. She said there was no word for train.
Yeah, because I don't have trains.
Yeah. I still can't remember what I was going to say.
There's so much.
I know. I'm trying to go. I'm trying to go through my notes.
Oh yeah, you're right. She did say okay, and the mage was like, "I don't know what that means," and I was like, "Okay." I guess.
I did not see the Clover short story on the blog.
There's a Clover.
I saw Arvel's scene, his POV scene. I read that twice.
I do like Clover nuancey. That's funny.
But see, I think Clover's more cookie.
Yes.
Clover is someone who, even though she's young, has had years and years of specialized training, and that specialized training is running a household, a noble household, and taking care of a noble lady.
Yep.
Yeah.
I do love
the reason I say Clover is like, you
go ahead.
I was just gonna say the reason I would say Clover is more like cookie than nuancey is her joy in getting the best deal.
Yeah. I was gonna say that I love that Maggie was like, they said I looked radiant, and so like it's a compliment to you because you did a great job making me look noble. And she was just like, really?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, she's a 17-year-old girl who's been through a lot and is now with people who love and appreciate her.
Mhm.
And Caden too.
I love Caden. He's such a sweetheart.
It's just like, yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing more. And I love Will and Lou. And one of the things that I definitely wanted to talk about is how I love when Renaud is revealed to be Ramond, right? And immediately Clover and Luke are like, we're Team Maggie. Doesn't matter that you're the Sleepless Duke. We're on this team right here.
I loved that they were like, and Will, we're all like, we didn't know. Like,
Will
sorry.
was also on it, but it was like the day of Clover and Luke were like, hey.
I just love that they all stood by her. Like, they were like, we didn't know. We support you. And it was just so nice. And then Shayna was just like, told you to Gort. I can't, that name, every time I say it, just like, ugh.
Luke was an interesting character because I think, I mean, I know he was supposed to be guarding Maggie, but I also feel like saying, how can someone without magic fight someone with the ability to literally transport someone?
He did everything in his capability.
Yeah, he did everything his capability. And I think the thing that I liked was that Maggie recognized that. Maggie was not upset with him. She was more worried that he had been killed in that moment.
Well,
and I think the relationship between Gort's sons and Maggie and their loyalty to her, like, that was really nice because you kind of have the old guard and the new guard then sitting there and looking at the change in times, and also to have people turn around to Everard and go, actually, no. Not everyone is just going to do what you say because you may potentially hold a better pathway for them moving forward.
And they're not your enemies.
Have their principles. They're not your enemies, but they're not also going to ally with you just because you say so.
There were so many things. One, I'm sure you guys will pick up on it on a reread. Maggie says so many things about the Sleepless Duke, talking about how he's so heartless and yada, yada, yada. Like, she's saying stuff about this man left and right as much.
He's just having to sit there like,
And then, this is like the only thing that he did that actually annoyed me. Is what after the ball when he's like, Clover, take your lady to her room and stuff, and Clover's like, not moving. No. But I was like, what are you talking about, sir? Like, how dare you? First of all, but also I'm glad it wasn't, because usually they follow through. She gets taken to her room, and then there's a big fight and stuff. Yada yada. I'm glad that's not what we did.
It was that was so interesting because like. The more that you reread it and you go back to the start and you go, holy shit, she said all of these things to his face. But even the coin. So when he gave her the coins at the start of the book and she doesn't know, she hasn't made that connection yet. And she gives him the coin back for luck. And then she finds out who he is and he tries to give it back and she's like, no. And then eventually gets the coin. Like, I liked that entire sequence.
Well, because when he gives her the coin, I'm like, all right, hello, potential love interest. Like, and then we just go so many different ways. I'm like, okay, like, I guess not.
Yeah.
Because we're clearly having a romance with Renaud.
Because at that point, he didn't know that it was the same person that he'd given the coin to. That's the first time that he knows that he's met her before as well. Which I think would be interesting to explore. This is what I was going to say before. It's really interesting that Everard is the only character in the book who doesn't have a POV in the original stories. So all of the other characters, she has been inside their head. The only character she hasn't been inside the head of is him.
True. That's why she thinks he's heartless.
That's why she thinks he's heartless.
Because there's people that she's meeting that aren't characters in the book, but then all the characters.
But the main characters.
Right, exactly.
Which is I think is going to be interesting in the second book because you literally have no idea how to pick his character if you don't know why he's doing what he's doing. She's still working on the assumption of everything that she knows about him from the books and now. And at the moment, he's just being very possessive because he thinks that he thinks she's his property. Yeah. I'm not convinced that that's the case.
I don't think it's the case.
But, because he says so many times, he says a few different things. And even like, I just love a man who like is not easily offended, I think, because like he's on the outside of the carriage when she and Soul are discussing how like, don't sleep with him, can't trust him, can't trust him with your heart, can't trust him. And he's like, Soul, why don't you be so careful with your heart? Like, there's just so many things. And also he like says so many things to her. He's like, okay, this woman that I marry, is she not happy to be with me? Like, if I would do all of that for the army that I need, what would I do for the woman that I want by my side, whether she ever gives me another piece of knowledge in her head or not? Like, he says so many things, but she's like, well, yeah, that's what you would say if you're trying to get me on your side. It's so good. And it's another one, it reminds me a lot of Kate and Curran too, because there's so much of their relationship where Kate's like, yeah, I'm sure you would treat me great, I'm sure we would have a wonderful time, all that stuff. I can't be with you, I can't risk being with you. And that's how Maggie feels. I can't do this and wonder the whole time when he's gonna get tired of me.
I actually think this is the saddest thing in the whole book.
It is.
Given that he was one of her favorite characters, and I think she carried, like, towards the end of when she finds it out, there's a little bit of guilt that she's carrying because I think she thinks she's responsible for it.
I don't, even though she's not. She does. I think that she
in the time, not for his actual death, but the fact that it happened when she arrived.
No, I don't think so. I think she is actually feeling relief at that the way that I saw it is that she viewed that as the first path away from the book. And that's why she was brought to the world, and it wasn't her fault because there was nothing she could have done to cause it because it had already happened. Because I do think that she would have had a tremendous amount of guilt if she had accidentally killed her favorite character by messing things up.
I think I'll have to reread it to see if that's my take on it a fourth time.
Just a fourth time. It's fine.
It's fine.
How many Ilona Andrews rereads are we at this year now? Like 50?
Actually,
I say that and stuff will be like, 50.
This is my year of rereads, man. I've reread so many books.
Hang on. Let me do a search. Let's see if it'll search for me.
I know I haven't done as many as stuff, and I've had 9 rereads of theirs plus a new book, the final Hidden Legacy. I only read once.
I reread Hidden Legacy this year.
Fair.
It's so
sorry,
good.
continue talking. I will find it. I've read Ilona Andrews 23 times this year.
I love this.
I was off by half. I vote you'll be at 50 before the end of the year.
Yeah,
probably at 50 before the middle of the year.
Probably. Okay, so that means you'll hit almost 100 by the end of the year. Leave it that way.
Yeah.
Will she get into the triple digits by the end of the year?
That'd be fun.
I think I hit 70 last year, maybe. Or maybe it was.
I think you're going to hit 90
just
this
under
year
70.
at least. This is true. We are getting more graphic audios.
Yeah.
I really like that we had Gort and his wife and their sons along with
I really did love the sons as like her little guards in training. They were so fun.
I actually hope they get more page time in the second book.
Yeah.
Because because like we said before, I like that she has allies who are with her because they believe in her, as opposed to they're not in love with her. They don't need something from her.
Yeah.
And even Solentine, I know we talked about him just being a good character for going, well, now you're my cousin. But I do love the way that
I love him.
That entire scene played out.
He like treats her like an actual cousin. Like once she signed the papers, he's like, okay, yeah, you're my cousin. And he treats her exactly like the rest of his family.
Away from
even the brother is like, yeah,
even the brother.
He's like, that's my sister. What are you guys talking about?
I always
wanted to be today.
Right.
I always wanted to be a big brother. Was I putting it on too much? Was that too much?
Right. Was it good? Did they buy it?
I love that as they're walking down the hall. He's like, here, I've been advocating for you. I said it's only a year. She'll keep her head down. Nothing's going to... Well, Arvel's staring daggers at their back.
I love that she put Arvel in his place when he came the next day. And he was like, I don't believe you. I don't believe that you're part of their family. And she shows him pictures and he's like, well, you don't look like them. And she's like, I was adopted. And it's just like, ooh, awkward.
It's like, ooh, that's...
And even Clover reacted. Even Clover was like, ooh.
Yeah. There's so many good things. Also, I have in my notes that Solentine is a sociopath. There's that.
But that was kind of how Maggie described him at the start.
Yeah, she's like,
I don't think he is.
I don't know.
I think he's very good at. I think he's very good at compartmentalizing, and he
didn't present as one. You know,
no.
I think it was just from her being in his brain that she was like, "Listen, guys, don't go in there. It's dark."
But I think like he's the kind of character. If you presented him with a problem and he knew that the answer was to kill a bunch of people and that would make things right, he would do it. And I believe that as a character, he would do it.
Me and Solentine were sociopaths together. Okay.
I do love the salt thing. That was so funny, that whole scene.
Yeah. That's great. Every part of the book is great.
Yeah. It's like,
well, I don't know if you guys saw, but I think it was on Instagram. They have a Everard Knight POV or side character in book 2 that they are teasing snippets of.
Yes.
And which also again makes me wonder, how is she with Maggie if Maggie is with Silverchain? His name is Silverend, but we're gonna go with Silverchain probably. Yeah.
Well, now I think his name is Ovaltine, and that's.
Listen, that is I think I have 2 main critiques. It's the names, which like we all have the critique of, and I do not disagree with some of the reviews I saw that said like it felt like the first little bit is like very info dumpy, or it feels that way kind of. But I think it's just a byproduct of like the isekai world also.
Yeah.
Because any isekai I've read is kind of info dumpy in the beginning, even in mangas and manhwas, like.
I mean, even in like anime, the first
anime, like they're always just kind of info dumpy. So I was like, okay, I'm kind of prepped for this. But
can I just say, I didn't have any issue with the names. I don't know what it is about those particular names.
Did you only read it or did you audiobook it?
I read the ebook the first time.
Okay.
Then I did the audio.
Helped.
Then
I think audio.
I don't know what it was. Like I should.
Didn't help.
Oh yeah, audiobook. You would have trouble the first time. I had the audiobook first. I had the audiobook first. But in the end, I decided to read it first before I read. I wanted to do the audio second so that I could then learn the names.
So I think I had enough audiobooks.
Lord Ballinger was so minimal but so nice.
Who are we talking about?
Ballinger, the one that she said the one that she started the whole PTSD thing with. She was like, your brother has been to war. He is recovering. Do not go after him.
Hold on, I've got his name here somewhere.
It's spelled Ballinger or Ballinger.
It's
Ballinger.
Ballinger.
Yeah.
Because then I was confused. I remember this. I was trying to check if Lord Bellin that rescues her from the station. I was trying to tell if they were the same person or not because they were both BE.
I did not read the book. I listened to it, and the guy
Earl Behringer with the brother.
Yeah.
The person said it sounded like Ballinger when the person said it on audio.
I heard Behringer, but that's fair.
But I remember they said "ger" because I thought it was weird that it was like an inger. And I was like, why inger? Why not inger? And I had that thought on
with Everard, the reason I keep calling him Ramond in my head is because a lot of the characters refer to him as Ramond, and that's what I hear, even though everyone else refers to him as Everard. But it's close to Reynald, so you would.
Yeah, it's the
too many close names
calls you by your given name, and then polite society at large that doesn't have that privilege calls.
And then out of nowhere, they just start calling people by titles. Yeah, so I was like, "Hello, Tare," and I'm like, "Who's Tare?"
Yeah, the titles were the names.
Tare and Tress is like Mr. and Mrs.
Yeah. No, I got that. Well, you know what? It took me an embarrassing amount of time to figure out. Planter is the month.
Yeah.
I was like, why does it keep saying chapter 4, Planter 7?
Mm-hmm.
Like
then you switch.
Like for a while, I thought planter was just like a fun word for chapter until I was like, wait a minute, what? And then I was like, oh my God, it's the date. It's the date, Megan.
Yeah. Well, now I want to know all the other months because we go planter to redberry.
And that's it.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to know the rest.
Yeah.
We will probably get the rest in the next book or some of them.
Yeah.
Listen, I think that's a fair ask because if you're not like, when I looked at the chapters in the audiobook, I was like, those are the months because I saw redberry.
Yeah.
But if you didn't look ahead at all, you would have no idea.
Yeah, it's definitely something.
But I don't think it matters on first.
With a visual.
I don't think it matters on first read.
I liked it because I felt like realizing that it kind of gave me a nice idea of time in the book.
Yeah.
Like it made me realize the book takes place over a longer stretch than I may have assumed initially. Does that make sense?
Well, I think the time jumps.
I think I picked up on it because and there were a few at the start as well because I kept forgetting how long she'd been in the world before a lot of the things that she started doing started happening. Mm-hmm. But no, I think because of the numbers, I recognized there was time moving forward, but I didn't connect that it was initially months.
Oh,
yeah.
On a completely separate note, if you guys are done with that,
go ahead. I think we're done.
I really liked that hold on, I've got it right here. The dance master, Aradol, the trans man, and it specifically, I noticed the phrasing last night. It says, like in all society, there are some people who don't feel like they fit into either binary or box or whatever they use. And I just think, truly, in 2026, I just think that it is something worth noting and like valuing when people are like, hey, trans people exist in my world. Obviously.
I guess that is an intersex person and not a trans person, but that does make more sense.
Yeah.
That's why he says about how she can call him he, him, and all that. But it was like a whole paragraph. But
no, I really loved that moment when it happened. I was like,
I did like yes. The inclusivity, regardless of the fact that I thought it was, it's an intersex person who has chosen to be a he. Like, but then you said trans, and I'm like, that also makes sense. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, and also, it was cool that, like, his role in society being, it's like a non-sexual escort bodyguard is like a trusted person that you can bring as your date. It's not, you know,
no one's inferring something from it.
Right, exactly. I like that too.
Bless you.
And it's also just like quiet
Maggie did not need another man fighting for her attention.
No. Yeah.
It's also just like nice to have it quietly be there and like just like, hey, they exist in this world, and that's that, and kind of a nice little, hey, people who don't want to do this, F off, we're not for you. And I love when authors do the little F off, we're not for you.
Yeah.
But you got to get a ways into the book, and then it's like, you already sunk your damn time in.
Yeah, I like that.
Yes.
I did like that he was like, I will protect you from this person. And she's like, please don't. It's fine.
It's not worth
It's not worth it.
It's not worth it.
She was like, he is my childhood friend. I will be safe with him.
Keeping on with the lie.
No worries.
Otherwise,
I also like that she was like, oh, you idiot. Of all the things, while I'm trying to stay under the radar, you're like, let me rampage through the city.
Yep.
Take your carriage home. It's like, you didn't get to be at the ball to not draw attention, but you're gonna chase the carriage?
He was seething and freaking smoking.
Well, and it's funny a few times how
I love the vision of him in that corner.
Just like smoke.
Well, Arvel is the Golden Knight and Everard is the Duke, and they are rivals, and they have like opposite aesthetics and branding and all the things. Like they are diametrically opposed, even though they're on the same side. And I like that he was like, I don't have to compete with him for you because you're already mine. And she was like, no, I'm not.
Yep. Going real fast back to the dancing scene, I do love that the lady mage was like, oh, so you don't have 2 left feet. Like literally looked down at her. She's like, oh, so you don't have 2 left feet. She's like, rude. She's like, well, I can't make you a better dancer. I'm not a miracle worker. I was like, that's so rude.
She was great. She was so good.
She's so sarcastic. I like her.
But also circling back to that carriage scene and the fact that Maggie has to point out, at any point in time, you could have told me you were alive.
Mm-hmm.
At any point in time.
Yes.
And you just decided to not.
I also love
So you don't get to be mad that I went somewhere because I thought I had to go there because if I didn't, it would cause problems.
Yeah. Well, and also she's like, you don't think about the feelings of a tool if they're not in front of you. You lay them down and you expect them to be ready to go when you come back. She's like, this is proof he doesn't love me.
Yeah.
Good
Well,
stuff.
I mean, that's what she thought as well. She thought that it was going to put a massive target on her back. Yes, and she did call Solentine on that.
Yeah.
And he was a little bit more...
He could have sent a note back.
I feel like Solentine was more regretful about the fact that he's gone, oh,
yeah,
I probably should have done that, as opposed to Everard, who
also going back
to
get over it. I want you. We're doing this.
That's what someone had said. Yeah. He left the guard that hates her the most in charge of her.
Yeah.
That too. Okay, like how dumb are we? Why are we leaving the guard that hates her in charge? And then like shocked when we learn that like she sent the carriage back and all this stuff.
She doesn't hate her though. Maggie lays it all out in the scene. She says about how Solentine probably had quite a few obviously doubts about her, and he probably mentioned that, and she's not a huge fan of Everard, and you know, she's like, and this is a solution that they've done before, right? Basically, clearly, sometimes it's okay to disappear people unless you happen to disappear.
Yeah, I do like that. After the first carriage that left her, she turned to the guy and she's like, "I don't care what they told you. You're staying here."
It's like, I'm gonna survive. I'm gonna come out, and I'm gonna find you. I'm gonna find you right here, or I'm gonna find you wherever you are.
Yeah,
she's like, "I will report you." We clear?
But see, I didn't have any strong feelings toward the guard because I'm like, that's just a character who is literally the second in command for Solentine, who has heard him talk about all of this, and she has decided that Maggie is an obstacle and is causing issues for her boss, which logically in that world
that fit into
and Maggie. Yeah, it fit into the world. It didn't not make sense to me. And she didn't irritate me as a character because she's just another character in the world who thinks that Maggie is a problem.
Why do we care about Maggie? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Like, what like she has no context. She doesn't have any of the context because she probably hasn't heard Solentine talk about it since he made her his cousin.
Have much of the context either, really.
No.
He doesn't know she's undying.
Yeah,
I definitely would have offed her if they came back.
and she was hurt.
Yeah, but they didn't necessarily know that because things changed without them knowing. And also, I think that once Maggie has that conversation with her, I think we'll end up liking her and seeing her more of her.
Probably. She'll be more fun in the next book. She just annoyed me in this one a little bit. I was just like, girl, quit getting yourself in trouble.
Yeah. But see, I like it, like even when Ilona Andrews writes villains, there's always something or an antagonist or whatever. There's always something in them. There's always a reason for why they are the way they are. There's and they find a way to help you connect, because even Silverin as a
there's
character.
something wrong with Silverin.
There is something wrong with him, but in some ways you understand his motivations for why he's doing. Like, it's fully a revenge plot.
She's even like, as his mom is like, let us go, and he's like, no, and I'm like, oh bud.
But see, I actually think that was the wrong move for Maggie. I know that's what she needed to try to get it done, but I think it was the wrong time to do it.
Yeah.
And I think that was probably the one, maybe that misstep is what caused the epilogue.
Oh, that misstep definitely is what caused the epilogue.
He specifically says, "Hey, mother."
Yeah.
Also, I mean, truly think about your entire family being wiped out. And also, you live in a kingdom where there is a holiday celebrating that fact every single year.
Yeah.
Exactly. And and actually, the entire scene in the cemetery when they take Caden to visit his parents and they go through that story.
That part made me cry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, this part is so sad. Like, in a good way. Like, it was a good sad, but
yeah. But it also laid so much of the groundwork for the second half of the book.
Yep.
I love that Maggie was like, do you need a hug? And he was like, no. And she said, well, if you ever do need a hug, I'm here. And then he just silently goes up and gives her a hug later. And I'm like, oh, baby.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
I actually liked how Maggie handled the fact that he was stealing from them and understanding the reason behind it. I thought that was...
Agreed.
That was really well handled.
Because treating it like something that needs punished wouldn't have helped any of the psychological issues that were causing the behavior in the first place.
It is very Julie coded.
Yep.
What we're saying is they have a writing style.
Actually,
we really love that writing style.
Now that you say that, Caden is very much, I can see him being the Conlon character.
Yeah.
The trauma, Julie's trauma, but Conlon's personality.
What did you guys think about the Harzi and the Orsi that is the leader of the clan that's there in the city that they got the... First of all, leading Silverin out on a leash.
That was so
wild. That was wild stuff. But also Lute being like, Clover has a wet dish rag if we need a rug for them to wait on. And Maggie was like, so I'm guessing Lute holds a grudge.
You think?
I do like the Silverin.
I really like Lute. Lute is peak, like 19, 20-year-old buff dude.
Yeah.
Like he's a sweet guy, but he definitely is. You can tell.
Yeah.
He's a young adult man.
I have to imagine we'll see more of the Harsi and specifically the Orsi in the Orsi. Sorry, Orsi is in another Ilona Andrews book. We'd have to see more of them because there was too much setup for where they sit politically. There was a lot of setup, particularly because Everard set we will negotiate when you are in charge. So at the moment, it is a verbal agreement until you are in charge.
Right.
Which I think, I mean, bodes well in terms of like stabilizing that region of the world, in that he would be willing to even enter into that negotiation with her, because then he'd be boarded by them and he'd be boarded by Solentine's family's territory. Because, I mean, the other conversation that came about from that was around whether Everard would ever try and take the throne of Kertoren, which he's gone, I already have one, I don't need another one.
Yeah.
So we know that he doesn't have grander designs. He just wants his
He wants
country
peace
to be safe.
at home.
He wants peace, and he will do anything to get it. And that even, you know, allying with people that traditionally have been
even negotiate with his worst enemy for all intents and purposes. Also,
I liked it.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say I liked that. I liked Gigi because when there had to have been some shadow of question in her mind to go, what is up with my family? Because without question, she just turned around and said, he's my dad. And just the response afterwards.
What a great honor.
And then the quote afterwards, the husband of my mother. And I'm like, that is fabulous. That is such a great way to set up what is going to happen next.
Yeah. I like all
even
of
if it happens in the background, I think it's going to be a big part of stabilizing. So I think it's going to be interesting to see what happens with Salvin and his reign and his sons.
I also think on that note that they did a really good job of painting the picture of the rivalry and the hatred between Salvin and the Everards generationally.
Given that they're not actually in many scenes. I think the only scene that they're in together, they might be at the ball together, but they're not actually in the same scene together. It's only at the end of the book with the son Margrave that they're publicly in the same space. But you believe that, right? Yeah. Don't get me started on the Innkeeper Chronicles. I'll be here all day. But yes, so many new characters to love.
Yes.
I do like that scene with when they have the battle and she's about to be eaten by the Durson and Ron kills it and it's like, made it this time.
Yeah.
I do love
I also like that her new adopted brother is the one who kills the assassin. I'm like, perfect.
Yeah,
you've set him up and you've shown that he can do it.
Yeah.
I also love that she was like, I don't think I can get resurrected if I'm digested.
There's so many good one-lines. I would really like her mug, "Good morning, I see the assassins have failed."
Oh,
oh yeah.
That too.
I would like that mug.
One of my favorite scenes in the entire book was when Solentine and Ramon are arguing about whether or not she's going to become his family and stuff.
Yep.
Yes.
All of that, all the scenes of that. And then Everard is like, thank you so much for taking out the last obstacle my way. And he's like, you don't even know her. He's like, what are you talking about? She's your cousin. I've known her since she was 9 years old. I've seen her every time I visited your family all these years.
We're childhood friends.
That to me was courage too. I was like, oh, this is exactly the type of energy he gives when he has one up to somebody.
Yep.
Oh, so good.
I do love the relationship that Everard and Solentine have.
It is Augustine and Rogan too. That's a good point.
Yeah.
And Augustine's another blonde. They really have the rivalry between the blondes and the dark-headed.
Well, Solantine's not blonde though. Solentine's not blonde.
No,
but I've too many blondes. I cannot. I'm not a blonde heroine or hero reader. It happens occasionally. I'm like, why am I here?
I apparently have not seen a blonde man in the flesh in a very long time because my brain went, men aren't blonde.
That too. I like how, you know.
Yeah. Oh, and also going right back to the start, there was a comment. I'm not going to scroll because I'm terrible at the comments, as you will all have noticed. Is I want to know what the thing in the river is from the start of the book.
Yes. Yes.
I want to know what it
get
is.
anything with that. So clearly we're going to. And also, I'm sure most of you saw, but if you are here and you care about this book or the Ilona Andrews universe in general, and you aren't following them on Instagram, they have character art, they do a whole bunch of like scene updates and stuff, but they did an Easter post with Easter egg basket and stuff, and they specifically said, if you think you caught all the Easter eggs at the beginning of this book,
you didn't.
No, you didn't. And I just need to know. I just need to know all the things. I need it yesterday. Yeah. I'm desperate, but I'm so excited. They did an
Easter post, and my brain went Easter Kai instead of Isekai, and I'm like, I'm so dumb. But also, someone said Solentine reminds him of Augustine, and I think that's what he's a mix for me between Simon and Augustine, because he has all of the like knowledge and connections and stuff that Simon has, but he has
with
like
the pirate energy of what's his name from the Innkeeper Chronicles.
Mm-hmm. Oh, was it Gaston or the other one? Gaston. I know his name's, I was like, I only know his name's Gaston because it's Beauty and the Beast.
Because I love an assassin character. I do. I'm a sucker for them. I love that he's an assassin who's the head of a criminal organization of spies. I love that.
He's so good. I feel like we're gonna get like an offshoot story of him similar to oh my god, the Knight General from Kate Daniels. Oh my god, my brain stopped working. Kate Andrews. What is his name?
We've said too many names today.
Blood and Iron, right?
Is that Hugh?
Oh,
yes, Hugh.
I was like, I'm done. Names have left my brain.
Hugh, yes. I feel like we're gonna get like a spin-off of him.
I don't think so. I think they're gonna lock in. They're gonna write this trilogy that they're contracted for, and by the time it would come to sign more, they're gonna be like, no.
But they might do. No. They might do like a Beastmaster-esque.
You never know with them. You truly never ever know.
I need them to come back to the Inheritance.
Yep.
Yeah, me too. That's definitely what I need.
The amount I'm obsessed with the Inheritance and think about that all the time, and there is not a single solitary thing about that book that should appeal to me, other than the fact that Ilona Andrews wrote it. But I think about it constantly.
But weirdly enough, I think that book is the closest to this one. I think if you like this one, you would like the Inheritance. If you like the Inheritance, you would like this because it is that Portal-esque.
Well, somebody in the comments said, I'm sorry, I don't remember who. One of you said about how they are clearly writing based on the inspiration of the things that they enjoy consuming. And I think that is very accurate and also fun. I think it's fun.
Yeah. Yeah. I know. But like, it's so fascinating because there are so many people who are we're a very small portion of the people who are very, very passionate about their books. Mm-hmm. And yet I still don't, like, it does not come across my feed. And I'm like, how does this not come across my feed?
I have liked every single thing on TikTok about an Ilona Andrews book that I've seen. They're all like 4 likes. And I'm like, I know you're showing this to me because I clearly interact with it. But
yeah. And like, that's the thing that bothers me. Like, and the number of people who have never read an Ilona Andrews book that I've actually pushed this to, and I do question whether that's a good thing, but I'm also like, it is traditionally published, which means it is easily accessible to people. And as long as I can give them a little bit of a pre-warning about the first part of the book and just say, just trust the process with this. Mm-hmm. Because I feel like, not that the other books are difficult to get into, but I think you have to pick the right audience for the right series. Whereas I think this has a much more broader appeal because it is closer to a high fantasy than it is to a romance niche genre.
That is the thing. As much as I think, again, on reread, I don't have an issue with the beginning of the book. First time around, I found it pretty info dumpy. But because it is a fantasy genre book, of all the readers who are accustomed to that and are used to just pushing through the boring beginning of a book, fantasy readers are that, right? That's like not necessarily a deterrent for the large majority of them because it is an expectation within the genre.
Yeah. And I like, what was I going to, hang on. I just read something. Like the biggest irony is that this is not their first traditionally published series. They started out, well, mostly started out traditionally published. So they've moved in and out of that space. I mean, hopefully, we would like them to be known more because it's fun.
I know. I'm eternally torn between wanting everyone to love them and wanting people to keep their grubby little hands off my books.
I'm gonna be like, "Hi, we're bouncing at the door. I need your bad takes before I let you into the club."
Let me tell you how much
here's the thing.
Do your garbage review of an Ilona Andrews book. I can't do it. So don't try and make me.
This sounds really mean, but I genuinely think the people who need to read this book wouldn't like it, and 2 wouldn't get it, which is the problem. The reason they wouldn't like it is I think this is probably a good analogy. This book is the perfect book to highlight the difference between people who need immediate payoff because they're used to getting everything immediately, and the people who are used to having to wait.
Mm-hmm.
Because you have to be able to trust the process of the book, and I think so many readers now want to know exactly what's happening straight away in a book to be able to categorize it the way that they feel like they need to categorize it. Whereas you need the patience in this book, and you need to trust that you're going to get exactly the payoff that you want, but you're not going to get it in the first quarter of the book.
Mm-hmm.
But even so, I always think too that like who they're for, who is the right reader will be, because I remember picking up Kate Daniels. It was early in my romance journey, and then there like wasn't really any romance in it, you know, and I was kind of dissatisfied with that, and yet I felt compelled to keep reading. Like I was like, I now remember the first book I picked up was the first Kate Daniels. I remember reading Magic Bites. I remember being like, this should probably be enough, but I am being pulled through this story. Like I don't feel like quitting. And yet, if you describe this book to me and told me like the level of romance and stuff that we're talking about, I wouldn't want to pick it up right now. But here I go.
I kept going. And I think this is it. Like I probably could count on one hand the number of high trust authors that I would pick up anything that they write.
Mm-hmm.
And they are at the top of the list. I don't think I've got anyone who would be higher on the list than them. At the moment, anyway.
That's fair. I think that's why we often direct people to Hidden Legacy. Because you can read it in chunks.
Yeah. I feel like that one's a good starter because it's technically only 3 books for the full story of the first.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's why I always recommend it too. Especially because I feel like if you're taking the recommendation from me, chances are good you're a predominant romance reader, and the romance is so strong in that.
Yeah. Like I think the other thing is to note is like they're not perfect writers, but they are damn good at what they do.
Mm-hmm.
And it gives you grace as a reader to go, okay, yeah, I can see maybe where this might need to be tightened, or I have a question about this, but it doesn't change my overall perception of the book. It just makes me have questions and wonder how they're going to address that moving forward.
I think
so that said, it's still one of the best books that I've read this year.
It doesn't like, to me, it doesn't matter what complaint you have. Like, I think that you could easily in this book have the complaint that, okay, we have yet another person revealed to have been someone else the whole time and to have been an important character, you know, stuff like that. I feel like people might feel that way. For me, it's just the enjoyment level of reading their books is so far above the average book that I read. Mm-hmm. There's just never ever going to be something that I'm like, all right, I'm done with them. Yeah. I'm sick of it. It's just not going to happen. Their writing is so good that even if we're in 17 different series and there's no end in sight, let's start a new one, baby. I don't care. I'm here.
I trust them to either finish or leave me in a good place, though, also. And I think that's part of it, right? Like, that's where I've always struggled with some of the, like, fantasy inspo for Maggie's World. Let's be real. Like, I don't trust those authors to finish these books.
Truth.
No. Yeah.
There's a reason I abandoned Game of Thrones years ago.
Yeah. And that was the right choice.
Don't get me started on Christopher's arc.
For real, though.
We love Christopher.
Get Steph started on that. Basically, her favorite thing in the entire universe.
Like, I need more of Christopher. Brothers.
Yeah, they feel like people.
Yeah.
And to me, is the classic. Just they're able to show you characters' motivations and characters' thought processes and also the conversations between them in a way that makes you feel like, yes, they're not ready to kiss. Yes, they are interested in each other but have issues. Yes, they would sacrifice themselves for this random person on the street, whatever it is. They really give you the building blocks so that you feel like what they're trying to tell you about that character is true. Yeah. And it's not just something that they're like, hey, here's the hero. He has shadows. He's tall, dark, and mysterious. He also has a tragic past. We're not going to like him for a while, but don't worry. Like, they don't do that. Mm-hmm. Even as we've talked about how their characters are like vellum inserts that you can overlay on top of each other, it still is not like, okay, well, they didn't do any character work for this book. Like, that's not how you feel.
Can I just say, I would die if I was dropped into any of their worlds.
I would
literally be killed.
I would literally die.
Literally die. I'm dead.
Close. Probably the safest world I would be in would be maybe the Innkeeper Chronicles, but I would still be dead.
I have probably driven past the city that Innkeeper Chronicles takes place at some point in my life.
And you know what? If you were in Innkeeper Chronicles, you would drive past it just the same.
Exactly. So who knows?
I realized that there was a whole thing going down.
I'm like, who knows? Maybe I am in it.
Right. Maybe you are.
Maybe I am.
Yeah. All right.
I'm
circling back to this one.
I'm hoping first half of 2027.
Same.
We know that they're done with the first draft, or is it further than that? I think it's just the first draft, right? Of book 2.
Yeah.
That they just finished.
And I will be rereading Innkeeper Chronicles, I think. I think that will be my reread of choice.
A great decision. A great life decision.
I think I've read Innkeeper Chronicles twice already this year.
I think this is the year I finally finish Ilona Andrews' Kate Daniels series for once in my life.
I made it to book 5. I can't even believe I forgot about your egregious.
I have
but all the graphic audios are out.
I will read it alongside. Yeah, I will read it alongside you. You just have to tell me which book you're up to, and I will start.
Okay. When I start, I will message you because I'm starting back at book 1 because I feel like I'm far enough removed from my last book 1 reread that I could like actually do it now. And I feel like I've got to start at book 1 because it's been a hot minute.
Yep.
But I've got to read the last
one. Surprised at how much you don't mind rereading it, even though you haven't finished it.
No, I don't think I
oh wow.
It's that thing where I don't what do I want to say? Like, hold on. It switched my mic. don't dread rereading it. It's just a commitment. And I struggle with the time commitment of like a
I think the graphic audios will I think the graphic audios will eliminate the reread.
I think so also. And so I was kind of like, just last year I was going to do it, and then everything happened. So like I didn't want to be reading it during that, because like I didn't want that attached to the memory.
Right.
Technically, like I was like, that's not a good, I don't need to, you know. So now I'm like, okay, cool, all the graphic audios are out. And maybe I'm just gonna spend my summer partially rereading it for 3 or 4 a month for a couple months.
I don't have Fable, but maybe we
I don't either.
Maybe we have a Kate Daniels channel in your Discord, Izzy.
Yeah, we can make something happen, maybe.
I just say that because I am literally nowhere. Good luck finding me.
I know. I don't Fable. I'm on Storygraph and I'm on Goodreads. That's it. Maybe we can make a little chilled spot for that, and people can join. Maybe I'll make a separate tiny Discord, because this is not a huge group that does these lives with us. So I feel like it would not be hard to manage. I do not have the energy for anything ginormous.
Yeah. As you can tell, any chance you get to get us talking about Ilona Andrews, and we will just go in any direction you can possibly imagine. Definitely not something cohesive, coherent, or chronological. It'll just
keep an eye in June's reset from me. I'll talk about it. Is the soonest probably. So that's what we'll be right now. It would be June at the soonest.
Yeah,
I've got to get some other things under control.
And if you're not following Izzy, I'll put it on my community page.
Yeah, I'll post it up somewhere for everyone. But yeah, it's not going to be this
all
month.
These people.
It's okay.
By that I mean everyone but me. Follow all 3 of them if you haven't yet.
Megan's like, I don't
exist. Follow Megan. It's just nothing's going to happen.
I'm not stressed about it.
Do it. Nothing will happen.
I've been toying with how. No. Yeah, so you can follow her. You just never see anything.
Right.
No, I've been toying like a vlog or how I want to like tackle the project of the revisit. So info to come. We should all be linked down below. I think we are.
If they're not, I will go back and link it afterwards.
Yeah.
I thought I did it beforehand, but maybe I didn't. We can never trust me to be fine. Can I just say that with the nice pretty sprayed edges, I did need to annotate this time, but I couldn't do the tabs sticking out, so I had to put them in. So now I have to flick through, and then I will go through and I will actually properly annotate it later on. So I'm like, do I get another copy? And I'm like, no, I just want one copy and I want to annotate it.
I'm kind of torn between if I would annotate my ARC or if I would annotate my physical copy.
We are glad you are here. Shared path.
Yeah, happy you found us. Yeah, we're not linked down below yet, so it's okay.
Okay.
I also forget to do the task, so like no judgment.
Look, I managed to get this. I managed to get this scheduled a month in advance so that people had time.
You did good
to save it, so that they would get the reminder. And I didn't even do anything beforehand because this week has been a week.
That's fair.
Let me tell you.
But yes, we're glad you found us.
It is a Friday.
See, personally, I feel like you find the best people through random searches. Like,
agreed.
I feel like a lot of people who've come to any of our channels through Kate Daniels or anything like that, it's been random searches, which is great. I have videos on my channel of different ways to annotate. So there is a playlist somewhere.
There's so many choices.
Is highlight things on my Kindle. And you're good.
Listen, did I set up a sale alert for the ebook of this? Maybe, so I can also own it. And I marked this as finished for like my Read What You Own project, and I had like 6 versions of this book. And I was like, you know what?
You know,
I will not get jealous. I will not get cranky.
Don't glow, lady. You.
I have an arc for you. I have packages for you to mail.
Just finished it today. Let's tread carefully.
I was thrilled. I was like, look at this. I have a physical already. I have an audiobook. I have 2 arcs. I was like, yeah.
Izzy, there's only one package I want for you, and I preferably would like it before September.
I will send you that. Don't worry. It's one of my May tasks, okay? I'm actually home this month.
Because
it's your good news.
Izzy plans on her life being together in June. And as we all know, as long as you just pick a date far enough in the future, it's like, yeah, I won't have any of these problems then. I will have taken care of them.
Like, there's other.
Quiet down.
I will talk about it with you behind the scenes. There's video projects that are wrapping up in May, so I cannot start this project now. That's why.
It's okay.
Do you not want the content from me?
No, I do want it.
Okay. I was like, no, actually, I do. Like, no, yes, do that.
No, that's like,
it's so
before you guys got on, I was telling Steph, I wouldn't have, because she got up early and filmed. I was like, I wouldn't have done that. In my mind, I'm like, but I gotta watch it. Like,
yeah, I was gonna say, in your head, you're like, yeah, that's fine, because I'm gonna watch all this. I can't wait.
Okay, well, as I said, keep your expectations low on Monday, because my weekly wrap up ended up being less than 10 minutes of raw footage.
Very nice.
Because this was 3 days worth of reading.
I love that for you.
That's fair.
And I've had I've had 2 weekends of 2 hockey games each weekend, and I'm like,
you absolutely need next to nothing.
I had visitors and travel back to back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I had a week in between, and now I'm like, I'm in my house for the rest of the month.
Listen, I wouldn't do anything for like 6 months after that.
And we didn't.
I got visitors again at the end of the month.
I was gonna say at the start, we didn't preface this with, but any of our live shows, because we've done live shows for all of the Ilona Andrews series now. Yeah, they're all on my channel and playlists and things like that. But we'll go on tangents, and then we devolve into anything but what we're supposed to talk to. So welcome to our world.
Who are also friends, and then
yes,
we end up somewhere else.
And if a new Ilona drops, you can guarantee that we will have a live show within the month.
Always
of the Ilona drop. Yeah. Because we will drop everything.
Yes.
To do that.
They are filming they are recording the Magic Tides soon.
That also is what spurred me on. I was like, okay, I do need to start getting caught up so I can start reading the Wilmington Years.
I've never reread the Wilmington Years, and I really need to. I just need to decide if I'm rereading the whole series.
I would actually like to reread The Edge this year.
Ooh.
I think I'd like to. I think because when we talked about it, we ranked it as probably not my favorite of their series, but I think now having reread the Innkeeper Chronicles so many times, I do want to go back to it.
Mm-hmm.
There's 2 of my Edge books.
Heck yeah.
I think I found both of these at half price.
No, I won't come for you about wanting Julie too. I would like to see what they had in mind for that series. We love George and Sophie. All right. Since we have been chatting for nearly 2 hours, is there anything else?
I knew that this was going to take about 2 hours based on the chats.
To be honest, like 40 minutes ago, and he was like, "You're not going to be done soon." I was like,
"No."
We didn't even cover like a bunch of stuff.
I know.
No,
there's still so much that we will probably throughout the week. Like, oh my god, and then remember this, and then this.
Yeah. So before we go, is there anything else that anyone wants to throw out? Or are we good?
The entire way, we literally didn't speak about the what's his face. Who's the guy that she was spending all of her time trying to take down? The guy that she hates that killed everybody.
Oh,
Rhubarb. That's not his name. That's
Rhubarb.
Rhubarb. Yeah, him.
Rhubarb.
But the way that Hebron, however you say that,
I think
Rhubarb.
the book said Reborn,
His,
which is why I thought rhubarb.
compulsion to do these guys, what's the word?
Murders?
No, that's the serial killer, the pet
the
serial
butcher.
killer.
Oh, he wanted to be
Contracts.
Yeah. Oh,
His,
those
like,
contracts were crazy, dude.
Contracts, how that ended up taking
the contract thing, yeah.
Those contracts were nuts.
Great line.
We did completely bypass that plot
We
point.
literally never talked about the big bad.
We care a lot about this man.
Listen, there was so much else happening.
But you know, because it actually became almost a non-plot in the end, because it was not he was not the actual villain, because she spent the entire time believing that he was the mastermind, and he wasn't the mastermind. He was literally the pawn of another character.
He was a nothing burger. It sucked. I'm like, really? We did all of this for nothing?
The contracts were fascinating, though. I thought that was an interesting idea and concept for like
but
controlling
Homeboy
people.
was awful and annoying, and I'm happy he's rotting in prison.
Yeah. It's also really interesting because, like I said, I've been rereading Long Live Evil, and in Long Live Evil, everything she does changes things drastically. And then for Maggie, it's like the opposite. It's like, actually, we need to go bigger. We need to do more. The future is fighting to remain the same. And I liked all of that. I think I find that not Long Live Evil is good, and that is a good way to do things where what you do matters and it changes things, right? There's nothing wrong with that. But for my own personal satisfaction, I like my character being able to take big swings and stuff.
I never had any interest in Long Live Evil, but now that I liked this isekai and you said that Long Live Evil is also an isekai, I'm like, oh, maybe I'll try it.
You might like it.
You might like it.
Because she hates me. So I'm literally filming a...
How many of my favorite books do you DNF?
Shh. I'm filming a spoilery vlog for this and All Hail Chaos. And I say in the vlog, I'm like, this is full spoilers, but I'm going to try and talk to you like you don't know the book so you understand it, because I know Steph is watching and she has to finish the book and I'm still trying to convince her. So we're going to do this.
I mean, never say never, but
I was going to say, Heather, if you've not DNF many of books we all have loved.
Heather is the DNF queen.
Or you will not pick up books that I know you will love, but you go, they will emotionally wreck me, so I'm not going to read it.
I can't help it. A revulsion against the idea of picking up a book that I'm told to pick up. Yeah. It's a problem. I acknowledge it.
I actually can't remember how far I got into it. Let me double check.
Long Live Evil, also, the main character is younger. I think that it does a good job of being...
I think that was the biggest thing, because I got 15% of the way into the book.
15?
And I think I was frustrated with the character.
That's not far enough to... I'm not being into it at that point.
Miss DNF at the first page.
I know. I'm aware.
I frequently DNF after 2 sentences in, so I understand.
Hey.
You have an exclamation point on the first page? Where's that here?
So I also don't DNF books that I read that are recommended by Heather and usually by Steph.
Just me.
No, I don't know if I ever actually.
Heather and I have a good crossover in a number of, like, there are a number of books that I've read, Heather, that I should not have liked.
Yeah.
That you recommended. So
the last time I picked up books based on your recommendation, I sobbed my eyes out through the entire
I will say, I do read manga that Izzy recommends.
Yeah.
I do read the manga that you recommend. I was like, I don't know if I read actual books that you recommend, but I definitely read manga that you recommend.
That's fair.
Anne Bishop sounds familiar, but I
have read the first book in the Anne Bishop series. It is so rough. I do want to revisit that series, though, because I'm kind of intrigued now with some of the parallels to other popular series.
Well, let me know if you get into that, because that is also what I did. I read the first book.
Yeah, I read the first book.
I have like her more paranormal, urban fantasy type. I have the first book of that series on my TBR again. It's like the 5th time without.
Yeah, I have the blood, the whatever blood one.
Yeah,
I think. I don't know.
I'm scared.
Daughters of the Blood, the Black Jewel.
I'm just looking at like my mini bookshelf right here that has all of my mass markets, and I think all I have are a lot of Laurel K. Hamiltons that I need to finish.
I'm
what is this series?
Silence to my radar.
Can I tell you that was rereading that? Was it last year or the year before? I can't even remember when it was. That was actually a fun life choice. That series.
That was last year, I think. I feel like.
Was it last year?
I can be lying. Who knows? Who knows on this rate?
I'm this close to revisiting my like OG paranormals.
I do that a lot. I visit Night Huntress at least like once every other year, maybe, along with Psy Changeling.
The only ones I'm Ilona Andrews.
When we go. There is a new one in the Mary Gentry series coming.
There is? I thought she was finished with Mary Gentry. Well, now I guess I have to finish Mary Gentry. I think I only got halfway through.
The series, like when you get to the end of the series, it doesn't. It feels finished, but it doesn't feel finished.
I think I always
one of us is not the same because I just finished rereading all of the Murder.
I stopped at Mistral's Kiss. That's the one I stopped at.
We have a new one coming out, Steph. So you've got to be ready.
Oh yeah, no, I've read that. That's why I reread them. I read them all in order. Except I forgot that the actual chronological order is different to the publication order. And I'm like, this is why you got confused the first time and you did it again because you didn't remember.
Oh, huh. I didn't know. Okay.
So hang on. I think
the last Guild Hunters book is coming out. I wish I liked that series more than I do.
I'll just fill you in later, Izzy.
Okay.
Steph likes it for us. She's holding it down for that fandom.
She is.
For what? Which one? What?
Guild Hunters.
Guild Hunters. I wish I liked the series.
You're the content creator that they need.
She's the hero that they deserve.
Right.
She's the person who said she'd go back and finish filming her Psy Changing videos as one of her goals, and will probably not be doing that this year.
You will be stuck on JD Robb for your entire life.
You'll never be done with JD Robb.
You'll never be done with JD Robb.
I guess. Yeah, it never ends.
Good luck.
Godspeed.
I think I actually read like 20 books in, and I'm just like, I think I'm done. I just can't. I can't do it. There's just so many.
I made it 4.
Mara is like the only person I know that is current on that.
Same.
Yeah.
Same.
Circling back to one of the questions from before, since having finished the book, what is next? What is the next read for you?
Definitely Innkeeper GAs. Yeah, that might be the next one. Or The Gamble by Kristen Ashley. I may take a break and do a contemporary before.
I thought you were on Misted Pines.
I read 4 of the 5 and I needed a break because that's just a lot of murder.
Yeah, 4 at once is a lot.
I can't stop once I start a series. I have to keep going until I'm getting tired of it or overwhelmed.
I do want to go to the Nora Inn.
Oh my god, there's a Nora Inn? That's amazing.
She has this little town with like a bookstore and
Mara,
really cool.
Mara went there in a vlog. I remember watching.
Yes.
That was cool.
It's not super far from me. A day's drive maybe. Like maybe 8 hours. I'm not sure, but yeah. I don't know. I'm currently going to be on the hunt for a book that has an overprotective hero and lots of banging because I need to be satisfied now. So I'm probably going to bother Heather for a rec.
If you want a character with shadows but very different vibe from this one, I would go Dearly Departed by Chip Pons, which is a NetGalley arc at the minute. But it is very, very different vibe to this, but has Shadow Daddy.
I need the more possessive. I think.
I'm rereading Long Live Evil. I think I'm going to start the After the End novellas that went on KU. Or has anybody read... You guys know how Ursula Dax has the Cowboy Colony Mail Order Bride series. Before that, she wrote more traditional alien romances. I have an alien tyrant warlord one by her that I'm very curious on what the vibe's going to be, since all the cowboys
maybe I'll do that Zoe Draven. That might have
that. Yeah, that would absolutely be a good one.
Sorry, that hit my brain as you started talking aliens. I was like, I have that Zoe Draven checked out.
Yeah, they do the possessive over the top well.
They do.
Yeah.
I also thought about that new Casey Wells.
Which one?
The cheating one.
The Silent Flames.
Yeah.
I haven't read it. My sister did. But that one has a lot. The main character has a lot of mental health issues, though, and that's more focus of the book than
the last JD Robb I read was Imitation in Death, which is book 17. So I got 17 into JD Robb before I stopped reading them. And that was in 2022. So that was a really long time ago.
I read like one or two.
I got one book in.
I think I read like 3. I don't know.
You might have read 3 because it was originally supposed to be a trilogy. So like the whole Eve Rourke arc
was already like 45. Yeah, that makes sense.
I also deeply trust Casey Wells, so like I might gamble. Yeah. We'll see here. I also have a bunch of Casey Wells to read, so I might go look at what I got.
I'm behind on her releases. I didn't read the most recent Rejected Mate one because it's the one where like he went into rut and raped her. The warning tale. I can't think of what I want for everyone else. There's that one, and then there's Silent Flames where he cheats on her, and then there's Trade, the After the End one, which I just got my hands on. So her last 3 releases I haven't read, and usually I'm at 100%.
I might try Trade. We'll see. I also have that one, so I don't know.
I don't know what I'm going to read because I'm very scattered at the minute. I am in the middle of a nonfiction book. I have a hockey romance reread that I want to do, which would be very light, but it's just honestly probably where my brain needs to go.
Which hockey romance?
I'm rereading the Puck Boys series, but I'm getting the audio
because the last one is coming out.
I've read the last one. The last one's really good.
I read up.
It's just come out.
I just need to read the last one. I just finished To the Puck Boys, by the way, like last month. So
yeah, no, the last one's really cute and a nice wrap up to the series. But as I was finishing that, I started getting the audiobooks coming in. So I'm like, well, I might as well read and annotate these because I haven't done that yet. So that the second one just came in. I have to keep putting the others on hold because I'm like, I need the second one first. I'm not reading these out of order.
Yeah,
and then my I'm just looking at my piles of the physical books that I want to get to. I've actually got a couple of other fantasy books that I want to try and pick up. I have Sarah Beth Durst's new young adult fantasy, The Faraway Inn, which I'd like to read because I do like her cozy fantasy.
I'll be curious what you think of that one because I can't decide if I'll like it or not, so I haven't tried it yet.
Yeah. I've been reading so much fantasy and so many series. I need some standalone romances. Like I need the relationship points all falling in one book.
Yeah.
See,
it had been so long since I material. I forgot that series existed.
I don't know. I've struggled with Alexis Hall's traditionally published books, except for Boyfriend Material. I've struggled, and Rosalind Palmer takes the cake. All the others I've really struggled with, so I'm not as excited as I normally would be because I'm a big fan of their writing, but I've struggled. Nice. I need to remember to just read them for a bit. That's what I need to do.
Yeah.
That's fair. Anyone wanting cozy, I just immediately like the Sarah Beth Durst Spell Shop series. That's it. it hits the spot.
The third one's coming out later this year. I've already got it pre-ordered. Like, I think I requested it, but I don't care if I don't get it. I'm ordering a copy of it.
I actually got the audio of it, which I was surprised by. So I'll be reading it in June. It comes out.
Yeah. See, it's funny because a lot of the really popular cozy fantasy books, I think are just pretty ordinary. But I think Sarah Beth Durst ones, I think she got the balance right.
I saw the new Janine Frost. I'm trying to remember if I put it on my TBR or what I did.
I did not even see it, so there's that.
I did try to request Kath Richards' paranormal romance.
So
we'll see if that comes through. But I did also sign up to review her hockey romance.
Yeah.
So
I need to do that. I need to go find that link.
Even if it has my least favorite trope, I trust her to do it.
Where is the new Janine Frost?
It's out May 26th.
Magic. Yes, it's not out yet.
Okay, I do have it on anticipated releases. I'm always kind of interested in authors like that when they start a new project.
New subgenres?
Well, not even that. Just something that's outside their universe. You don't have to go back 20 books and 20 years. You can start with their 2026 writing. I'm always interested in that. And then you read it, and then I take off my TBR.
If you need more incentive for the spell shop, what got me to try it in the first place, because I was very resistant to cozy fantasy when this came out, but there's a talking spider plant. That was enough to get me over the line to try it.
No.
Yeah, we're shocked by that, Heather. Terribly shocked. This is my shocked face.
Right. Everyone should take that under advisement. It's so abnormal and really something to make note of that perhaps everyone will not enjoy it because I DNF'd it.
Yes, taking Fisher. Yes, but I think anything in the world of the White Rat. Yes, if you're going into her other fantasy / horror,
not so cozy.
Ask someone who's read them, because we can categorize them.
Yeah,
I think in a way that helps people pick what you like.
Very different.
Because there's her fairy tale fantasy horror, and then there's her horror, and then there's her weird.
I liked What Moves the Dead.
What Moves the Dead? That series is, after the White Rat series, is my favorite series.
I need to read the rest of that series. I've only read the first one. I own the.
Did y'all get the interview of her being like, What do you mean I should be like intimidated by taking it Edgar Allan Poe work?
Yeah, I saw
that. The What Moves the Dead series. I was like, oh, that's so funny.
If you do want two cozy fantasy romance novellas, Books and Broadswords by Jessica Hollick is my favorite that I've read in the last couple of years. By a lot, to be honest.
Yeah. I'm also not a horror person, and Taking Fisher is the kind of horror that I can manage.
No,
and the audio.
I read the House with Good Bones one. I was really creeped out. And I was like, this is not bad, but I'm feeling it.
Yeah. Alrighty, friends. We have gone over 2 hours. So we could literally stay here. We could literally stay here and chat for forever about all sorts of things. But we might call it at 2 hours. Because while it is only lunchtime for me, it is not where you guys are.
That is fine. I am still trying to eat my dinner, which is difficult when I'm talking. So
exactly, you need to eat your dinner. Alrighty.
You know, my first thought when I read this book was, how on earth are we going to be able to talk about everything that happened?
Who knows? We might just have to one day do a redo.
Right.
One redo before book 2 comes out.
Oh yes, I'm sure we'd all be devastated by that.
Right.
We'd all cry.
Oh darn.
All right. And that's good timing because one of my iPods just died.
Perfect.
AirPods started. So, alrighty. Thanks for joining us, everyone. It was nice to have a chat and just throw around random ideas. So stay tuned. If there's any more Ilona Andrews books, we'll be back.
No.
I'm doing the Gen Z thing.
No.
Gen
It's
Z
yes or
hard.
nothing.